What's up, truth seekers? You're not going to believe what just happened at the High Court. Prince Harry just walked out of that courtroom with the kind of confidence that screams checkmate. And let me tell you, the tabloid empire is shaking right now. We're talking about a legal showdown that's been decades in the making, and Harry, he's coming for receipts, justice, and everything in between. If you're ready to see the truth finally get its day in court, smash that like button. And let's dive into why this Monday might just go down in history as the day the Daily Mail's worst nightmares came true. So picture this. Monday afternoon, the Royal Courts of Justice in London. The doors swing open, and out walks Prince Harry. Not defeated, not worried, not backing down, but wearing a grin that could light up the entire city. This wasn't the smile of someone hoping for the best. Oh no, this was the smile of someone who knows they've got the truth on their side. And that truth is about to blow the lid off one of the most disturbing media operations in British history. Let me set the scene for you. This isn't just another celebrity lawsuit. This is 7 high-profile individuals standing up together against Associated Newspapers Limited. You know them better as the publishers behind the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday. These are the same outlets that have spent years tearing people down, invading privacy and profiting off pain. And now they're finally being held accountable. The proceedings kicked off under Mr. Justice Nicklin, and they're set to continue Tuesday morning at 10:30. But here's what's got everyone on the edge of their seats. Harry himself is expected back in court later this week to give evidence personally. Can you imagine? The Duke of Sussex standing up in that witness box, looking his tormentors directly in the eye and telling his truth under oath. The tabloids have spent years putting words in his mouth, twisting his story, and now he gets to set the record straight with the law on his side. Now, let's talk about what actually went down in that courtroom, because it was explosive. David Sherborne, absolute legal warrior by the way, stood up on behalf of the claimants and began methodically laying out a pattern of behaviour that he says stretches back more than 2 decades. We're not talking about a few isolated incidents here. We're talking about a systematic, calculated operation of privacy invasion that allegedly became standard operating procedure at these newspapers. Sherborne didn't come to play. He alleged that the Mail titles had a sustained reliance on private investigators, essentially paid spies who would dig into people's lives, no matter how invasive, no matter how illegal the methods might be. And he didn't just make vague accusations. He named names. He cited specific individuals who he said were directly linked to these practices. This is the kind of detailed, methodical presentation that wins cases. One of the examples that came up, an investigator who was allegedly tasked with getting information about a burglary at the home of the Queen's cousin. Think about that for a second. Even members of the royal family weren't safe from these tactics. Nobody was off limits if it meant getting a story, getting clicks, getting profits. Then Sherborne brought up Jonathan Rees. Now, if you don't know that name, let me enlighten you. Rees was a private investigator who became infamous for literally boasting about how far his information network could reach. This is someone who operated in the shadows, trading in secrets and stolen privacy like currency. According to the allegations presented in court, Rees had shown particular interest in digging into the murder of Stephen Lawrence, one of the most sensitive, important cases in British history, simply because of the intense public attention it was getting. The exploitation is breathtaking. Now, here's where it gets even more personal, and honestly, more heartbreaking. The court moved on to look at the individual claims, which were first filed back in October 2022. We're talking about Baroness Lawrence, the mother of Stephen Lawrence, whose case centres on 5 articles published between the late 90s and 2007. This is a woman who lost her son to a racist murder, who fought for decades for justice, and who allegedly had her privacy invaded during the most painful period of her life. Then there's the case of actress Sadie Frost. Her claim focuses on 11 stories and 2 specific incidents, with 3 journalists primarily named across those articles. But what really shows you the depths of this alleged invasion is what came next. Sherborne revealed that there was a draft article, written but thankfully never published, about an ectopic pregnancy Frost suffered in 2003. Let that sink in. An ectopic pregnancy, one of the most traumatic medical emergencies a woman can face. And according to what was presented in court, the level of detail these journalists had obtained was so intimate, so deeply personal, that even members of Frost's own family hadn't known about it. How does that happen unless someone is literally paying people to root through medical records, to bribe sources, to invade every corner of someone's private life? This is what Harry and the other claimants are fighting against. This isn't about publicity or revenge. This is about basic human dignity. This is about drawing a line and saying enough is enough to an industry that has operated with impunity for far too long. And you know what I loved? As the proceedings wrapped up for the day, both Prince Harry and Liz Hurley were photographed leaving the courthouse with smiles on their faces. Not the tired, defeated expressions of people who've been beaten down. No, these were the smiles of people who know they're on the right side of history, who know they're fighting for something bigger than themselves. Let's talk about why this matters so much. For years, Harry and Meghan have been vilified, attacked, and had their every move scrutinised by the British tabloid press. People called them whiners for speaking out. They were labelled as attention seekers for telling their truth. Critics said they should just get over it or ignore the press. But this case shows exactly why they couldn't just ignore it. This wasn't just mean articles or unflattering photos. According to these allegations, this was criminal invasion of privacy. This was an organised operation to destroy people's lives for profit. And Harry has the courage to stand up in court and expose it all. While his critics sit behind keyboards hurling insults, Harry is standing in a court of law, under oath, fighting for accountability. While the talking heads on television dismiss his concerns, he's presenting evidence, naming names, and demanding justice not just for himself, but for everyone who's been victimised by these practices. This is what bravery looks like. This is what using your platform for good actually means. And when Harry walked out of that courthouse with that confident smile, he wasn't just showing his own strength. He was sending a message to every other victim of tabloid abuse. You're not alone, your pain is real, and accountability is coming. The hearing continues Tuesday morning, and Sherborne will keep outlining the remaining claims before the publishers get their turn to present their defence. But make no mistake, this is a watershed moment. The days of the tabloids operating in the shadows, destroying lives without consequences, are numbered. So if you believe in truth, if you believe in justice, if you believe that Harry and Meghan deserve the same privacy and respect as any other human beings, then I need you to do something for me. Hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single update from this trial. And if you want to support this channel and help us keep bringing you the real story, not the tabloid spin, consider leaving a super thanks donation. Every bit helps us continue this work. Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you Team Harry all the way? This is history in the making, people, and we're here for all of it. Until next time, stay informed, stay strong, and never stop fighting for the truth.